Hello and welcome. In this conversation, we're going to be looking at an application of predictive analytics and data mining as it relates to multiple different sources of customer engagement data. Earlier in other sessions, we looked at how to automate and identify audiences for lead conversion, other ones for next best product and next best offer, other ones for automating particular processes, et cetera, around customer onboarding. In this scenario here, we're going to be looking at what to say and when to say it to a particular customer as part of the process. And just as a quick recap, put it forward processes are continuously monitoring the sources and destinations of data that's flowing in and out of its pipe. So it's reading to and reading from the underlying systems that we're actually connected to here, regardless of what may be inside of your platform. The data can be fed into and out of the algorithms inside Put It Forward to help you identify a number of probabilistic and predictive outcomes. Now, let's take a step into the environment and take a closer look at this here. Okay, stepping into Put It Forward. In an earlier scenario, we looked at how to identify the customer that is most likely to purchase another product. That's not the focus of today. We're going to build on the generative AI scenario that we looked at earlier. In this scenario here, we're going to say, okay, just as a quick recap, we're going to say, look at which ones have the probability for um, creating content that's meaningful to us. And then we're going to, restrict that down to, kind of the first four prompts that come back. Now, as we demonstrated earlier, we can feed these directly back into, your process flows. And also in the earlier scenario, we looked at how this is also fed by all the data that's in your content management repository. So all of your help sheets, your info sheets, your documentation, your product information, et cetera, go into feeding this as well. But today's focus is really an extension on that. We're going to show more on the data mining side of things about like what to actually say to this individual. So I'm going to run the model very quickly here, and while it does, we're going to talk. So what is done in the background here is it's going out and interrogating all of the data communications that have been sent to a particular customer. So this is a constrained version of generative AI and data mining kind of combined into one. So we've interrogated roughly just under 11 million different communications or emails. How many over 600,000 different unique contacts and several million unique opens, et cetera, as the data set. That's just defining what the data set. And we can, of course, can configure what the input parameters are, which keywords, which areas of text and documents we should be paying attention to. So this can apply to the headlines, to the bodies, to wherever you want to focus your attention, right? Now, in this case here, this is from a data set that's a utility provider, and in their scenario here, they spend a lot of time, focusing on efficiency, et cetera. But they want to understand, well, how do we communicate better to this customer? And so in this case here, we've gone out and mined all their existing data in real time and saying, okay, when you have a subject line or content that has these particular keywords in it or phrases in it, you'll be able to have a much higher degree of confidence of the open rate of that particular email and therefore, engagement with your particular content and your website, et cetera. Now, again, this works with all content inside your content management repository or your CRM system or your marketing automation system, all combined together if you chose to. Thank you for your time and attention today. This was a very quick extension of the generative AI demonstration that we did earlier. I encourage you to look at that one as well. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to contact us.